Hi everybody, this is Colombian reviewer and I'm going to do my review on the E3 2017. Well, basically I started this E3 hoping for something great, but unfortunately I didn't just see it. It's kind of meh. I was hoping for greatness. I didn't see any greatness in this E3 and I'm sorry for that. Maybe my expectations were too high, being the first E3 that I cover live, and I just didn't see it, unfortunately, and I'm sorry for not being more excited about what I saw. But you have to realize that what they showed at last E3 is the same thing they showed here. So basically, there's almost nothing new. mm, Very, very low on something that would cause me to be excited about something. Okay, so basically I am going to do a readout of the good and the bad for each conference, and we're going to see some videos over here. Okay, first of all, let's see EA Play, the good. They have a community shout out to the creators like Battlefield Friends and most of the things, but obviously the community is not without its faults. So basically it's nice to say hello and make him part of the conference, but they were lacking on games, and they were really focused on anything else but the games, and it felt kind of weird. It felt kind of, I don't know, meh. Okay, pretty excited for Need for Speed Payback. It looks great. Hope we'll have a cup mode. That's what I liked about Need for Speed Rivals. A Way Out, A Way Out is the best game I've seen in a long time, and I love couch co-op. And I believe it's really a hard time to bring it back because it's almost dead. There's a story mode for Madden. I don't usually play Madden. I do have EA access, and well, a story mode for Madden would be interesting to play. Um, and well, they did fixed all the things about Battlefront 2 or Star Wars Battlefront 2 that I was worried about, and actually made a video about it, how about outrage I was about the short content 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 they had. But it seems that they're going to fix it for for the second sequel. So I mean for the sequel. So that's kind of good. I wish they would done it for the first one. Okay, the bad. Too much time on Battlefront 2. It's too much time. They wanted to make it an e-sport thing, and I just didn't see it. Uh, there was a really weird intro into FIFA 2018. Those guys, probably they're creators, and I actually don't see them, but it was pretty unfunny. So I don't know. Maybe it's because that kind of humor is maybe directed at someone that loves football the way that they do, and well, football, soccer depends on where you're watching me. Um, but I don't know. And the last one, as I said, I'm an owner of EA Access, and they didn't say anything about EA Access, and I believe that that was really bad, because basically that's one of the things that EA um, is supposed to deliver on, because they have already a subscription base when they give their old games, well, for free. But that isn't the case. They didn't say anything. Last time they released Titanfall, and this time they didn't say anything about it. Just free play days. Try to buy more EA access, but don't give anything to the already subscriber based, but nah, I don't believe it was a good idea for the one. Okay, let's go move on to Microsoft. There was a good focus on games, a lot of world premieres, a lot of exclusives. The big thing was the retrocompatibility announcement for the Xbox original games. There was a strong launch for the Xbox One X. The Darwin Project and the Code Vein and Shadow of War, they were the best games that I saw. And the price is not too bad for the hardware on the new console. Okay, the bad, all the exclusives I've seen, I don't think they're a console seller. I wouldn't buy an Xbox One X just to play the latest games. And basically, what they said is that there is no new games for the Xbox One X exclusively. The exclusivity is for the Xbox One family. That includes the Xbox One original, the Xbox One S, and the Xbox One X. And that's another thing. Who the hell came up with the name Xbox One X? It should have been Scorpio or Xbox One Scorpio, whatever. But you have two consoles with the exact same name. And this, at least in pronunciation, Xbox One S, the 4K one. Xbox One X, the new one. X and S. For example, for a person with an accent like mine, you could see that it could cause confusion. So that was such a boneheaded move. I don't think they're gonna do any good on that one. And unfortunately, they didn't sell the console. For me, I'm not gonna buy the console. I'll probably wait until they have a discount or a bundle that would be interesting for me. But I don't think I'm gonna buy a console for a $500 console because they just said, hey, it looks better, but the games are gonna still play on the old one. So why buy the new one? They didn't sell it, so sorry for that. And again, EA Access is basically one of the subscriptions-based services included and exclusive to Xbox. And they didn't see anything about it. They just focused on the new console, I know, but hey, this is one of the things that you can actually uh, go one up PlayStation. They don't have this subscription-based service. They don't have that kind of service because they have the streaming service, the PlayStation Now, and that one, it isn't available on Latin America. So what the hell? Okay, let's go on to Bethesda. The good. There was a part video and part conference focused on games. Okay, full of VR games. That's good because VR, I believe VR is pretty slow. It's not taking off as it well as it should, but it's because you don't have any content. So if you want people to buy VR, you must have content. It's the same thing with the 3D televisions. If you don't have content for 3D, then you don't. Then the technology finally will be obsolete. Yeah. So basically, that's it. Uh, One of the good things I saw is the mod support for consoles. I understood it as a focus on community. I'm not delivering the final blow to the thing because they actually said that it was going to be paid mods, and I don't agree with that. People that sell, if people wanna sell their mods, obviously they should, because it is hard work, it is programming, but you can't. But if you're gonna give free your mods, then it should be supported on the console. Basically, that's it. But they haven't said anything about it yet, so I'm gonna be a little bit cautious and optimistic. So I'm gonna still see it as a good thing. I know that in past months, the in past months that they tried that for Steam and they blew up in their faces because it actually didn't work a lot. So let's see if they can fix up that thing. Uh, Switch and VR Skyrim. Haven't played Skyrim, but uh, I I would believe that it would be interesting for me to play Skyrim or in the Switch or in VR with motion control. So basically, that's one of the things I would like. The main problem with for me for this thing is that Skyrim is in first person view, and if the person view is not uh, full of detail, I get dizzy, so I can't play a lot. They announced the Quake Championship again, Quake, an 01 FPS game that it was really good. The best games of the conference was Wolfenstein: The New Colossus, and basically that was about it about the good. The bad, there's no system sellers in this. This Bethesda is niche games. They only have 2, 3 games, and basically they're going to just deliver again some of the titles that were already sold last time. So basically, I believe that it it doesn't look very good for Bethesda that you can only re-release the same game for a new console, and that's about it. So there were no great news or reveals or any kind of things on Bethesda. Okay, let's go to Devolver Digital. Basically, I liked the video because it wasn't actually a conference. I mistook it as a conference because I thought it was a conference, but it was a video criticizing and mocking the faults of the video game industry. So basically, we have a hyper violent, well, not hyper violent, but very gory video criticizing how much uh, the video game industry is willing to basically resell you the same thing or just keep you with hidden costs in the game and DLCs and stuff. They said basically what they had to say. There is no more room for a game that it sells, and it's a complete game. You don't have to do anything else. There's no season pass, no DLC, not anything. There are no more games like that. Everybody wants to make more money with the same game by re-releasing it, by doing some patches, by doing season passes. They always want more money on a $60 game, and I don't believe that's fair. If you have a $60 game, but it should come complete. That's what I think basically. Okay, it was short and focused on games on Devolver Digital. Going back to that, I saw the best game, Ruiner, pretty good about it. And the bad is, well, basically the video was funny, but how they tried it to after that they had a sort of conference and sort of a gameplay element, and it was pretty boring. So I actually zoned out after that. So that's basically it was a good video, and I believe they got the chops for it. Okay, let's continue seeing the PC gaming show. The good, well, it wasn't focused on the hardware. It was more focused on the software. The best game, and actually excited about it, is the re-release of Age of Empires Complete Edition, probably, and well, maybe they announced uh, because it is the 20th anniversary of Age of Empires, of the original release of Age of Empires. So they actually said that probably more things are going to come. So I don't know, maybe hoping for an Age of Empires 4, maybe an Age of Mythology 2, because those were great games. I actually completed all of them. So here's hoping. The bad. The host is really trying hard to be funny, but he's not. So kind of weird. It was a very long presentation for each games, and they tried to do a streaming service, and they tried to get involved in making a little bit of price, and the price was only for the US. So basically, they're ignoring for the rest of the countries that actually see the PC gaming show. So it was a little kind of meh. I know you can't send it to outside the US, but well, it should be nice. Maybe something. I don't ask for. I don't ask for a PC. I'm asking maybe merchandise on a shirt. Maybe you could said that, but well, you can't do it, so fine. It doesn't matter to me. Okay, let's go to Ubisoft. Ubisoft, it was cool. I saw one of the best games I've seen in a long time, Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. This is a good one. And Beyond Good and Evil 2. So those are pretty good games that I'm excited about. Not great. I haven't seen anything great right now. The the good was there wasn't Alicia Tyler this year. There was no host actually, and well, actually, well, the hosts were the people that genuinely loved the game they made. So they just loved the games. So that shows when you do a conference. And well, the good was 3 or 4 games were good, but the rest were meh. So the bad, because there is no host, there's no fluidity in the conference. So basically, the game just stopped, and another person took it, and the other person doesn't go with the flow, or it's just the conference seems broken. Basically, that's what the main problem was. And basically, I saw a necessary focus on delayed games like Steep or South Park. Okay, I love South Park. I probably would like Steep, but well, why are we still talking about those two? Just release them. Just show them. If you're not going to talk, if you're not going to say a release date, just don't talk about them. Just don't talk about them. Say something, but not focus game time on those delayed games. So that's already known basically. Okay, that's the end for Ubisoft. Now let's go to Sony. Sony, the good. That was the best focus on exclusive games for the PS4. Basically, Sony does know how to sell his console, its console. Okay, because they say this is exclusive, no one else has it, this is mine, and it shows very good. There was a good focus on PlayStation VR. I actually thought that PlayStation VR maybe was a lost product for them, but they actually showed that something is going to come. And the best games, of course, Uncharted. I love Uncharted games. Horizon Zero Dawn, the Frozen Wilds DLC. It's very good. It's not a complete game, but well, in all of the things that they showed on DLC and all of V3 were DLC, re-release, re-release, of the re-release. So basically, it was the pretty best thing I saw in about DLC. The bad, well, just good games. Not any great games for now. Just good games for 2017 and great games for 2018. And actually, in the ones of the 2018, they didn't tell anything about anything anymore. So basically, you don't have a release window, you don't have anything. You just know in 2017 what you're gonna get, and what you're gonna get are just good games, not great games, but good games. Okay, and actually something happened before the conference because they showed more trailers before the conference than in the actual conference, and that's basically well, that's actually weird for me because I see actually the conference for the great trailers, and well, most of the trailers were before the conference, so I didn't see anything new. So they actually killed the expectation that I had for the conference before the conference started. And the bad there's not enough VR games. if we want to get VR as a technology for games, then we need more VR games. We need them now. And last but not least, Nintendo. Nintendo, the good, short and sweet as always. Nintendo is always good at that. The second, it met fan expectations. Basically, they set out what they set out to do. They delivered on what they needed to deliver. The Switch is selling well, and they're going to show more games about it. It's still not enough third-party support. I haven't seen it. Only Ubisoft and their Mario and Rabbids game that is coming out later this year is the only thing that I've seen so far interesting about the Switch for third parties. The Skyrim re-release is not interesting because it is an old game. You need new games. The bad, I didn't see more games for the Switch. You should have more games for the Switch because it is selling like hotcakes, but if you don't give enough games for it, eventually it will go down like the Wii U. Hopefully it will not, but let's hope. And last, too many future promises for 2018 and beyond and not enough focus on 2017. The year is not ended. We're half a year away. Where are the games for this year? Okay? You met fan expectations, but beyond, for next year, for beyond that year, why aren't you pulling all stops to get content to your console? You need it now. The Switch needs all the games it can deliver and take, because that's how it's going to work. That's how it's going to be a good console. Okay, so basically that was my review, my thoughts on the E3 2017. Hope you like this video. Hope it's not very long at least. And if you have any comments, please put it down below. Bye.